So, yes, I know normally, like, I'm advocating for this holistic look at your core, and I train runners, and so I want you all to do the standing core and incorporating balance because you do a standing sport and yada yada yada, and all those things are great for you. But sometimes we all just need to like wallow in the floor and feel the burn, and that's where I am today. We're just going to wallow in the floor, and this is about 12 straight minutes. I was feeling generous, so I gave you 5 seconds of break and transition in between. You can thank me later, but you're only working for 40 seconds, and that doesn't seem like so long, but understand we're going to go completely on one side of the body and completely on the other side, and then we're going to kind of come together, and then we'll be done. So all you need is a mat and like very little space, because literally we're just going to like wallow around and however feels good. So where you're going to start is to roll over, and you're going to start in low plank with the body saw, just because I happen to love it. So come down, stack your elbows stack your shoulders over your elbows, and let's go. All right. So you've pressed through your heel, and then you're just going to rock back and forth, like your body's just kind of getting tugged back and forth. You're pressing through the heels to get a little bit of stretch through that calf, but you're making sure that your hips are down in alignment and that you're just kind of engaging, kind of connecting to that core. Just moving back and forth, easing through the ankle, just a little bit of movement. Finding your breath, committing to this 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and you roll over into side plank on that left-hand side. So again, stacking the shoulder over the elbow, and then I want you just to lift. And then from here with that chest open, squeeze and lift through that hip. Squeeze. The chin is up and off of your chest. And then your hips, you're making sure they're not pushed back behind you, but they're in an alignment. Again, all the way in long, strong line. 20 seconds to go. You're already halfway there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just 10 seconds left to go, and I promise you we come off the shoulder. Here's 5 seconds. Roll over. This time the right hip goes down. You extend through the legs, and you're going to close up through that left side of your body, exhaling as you come up. So your goal is not to bend through the legs and crunch, but to keep those legs long and lift through the side body. So you're kind of on that cushy flat part of your hip. Finding your breath, trying to keep your neck long. Again, hands are out to the side, just for a little bit of balance, because you are in a very strange pose. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds, and you roll over into low plank again. Roll over. You come back down for hip rainbows, but you're only going to drop to that left side. So you find that low plank position, feet go together, and then rock that left hip down toward the ground onto the outside of that left foot. Just rock, and then recenter. Rock and recenter. Make sure that as you need, because your feet will start to creep away, that you walk those feet back in, just inch them back in. You're already halfway there. Ten seconds, and you roll over onto your back. 5 seconds. Hips are nice and low and squeeze into alignment. Roll it over. Right here, flat on your back, legs lengthen up. That left leg stays in the air as the right leg drops. And then you reach, reach, reach. If you need to modify, or if you have a bad back, drop this low leg and let it rest on the ground. But really try to stay long and active through that upper leg. And make sure that you're just tickling your ears. You're not tugging at them, and there's no tension through your neck. Your chin is lifted off of your chest. Just finding a steady breath. Bring it in for just a second, and now you're going to go into straight leg switches. And you're going to rotate that elbow toward the upper leg.
Work.
Just working through at your own pace. Only taking that leg down as far as you can and still keep the low back imprinted on the ground. So again, just looking to fully rotate, not pulling on the head. This is our transition, and we move through to the right-hand side after this. Just a couple more seconds. Bring it in. Here is that transition, and we actually start by L-ing out and reaching up for that right leg.
Work.
Finding your breath, again, resting that leg down as you need it, but trying to stay long and active through the upper leg. Using your breath to guide you and relaxing through the neck. Your gaze is up at the ceiling. Tickle those ears is just a reminder that you're not tugging at your head. Bring it in and roll it over.
Rest.
You have side plank on the right-hand side. Here we go. Lift,
Work.
open through the chest, and then lift and squeeze up. Squeeze up. Squeeze up. Squeeze and lift. Come on, it's just a tiny motion. Again, making sure that your hips are in alignment and squeeze through. Chin is off your chest. You're already past halfway. And if you need that reminder to keep the open chest, hand goes to the hip. Roll it over, take a seat. This time the left hip goes down, the legs extend and stack. Ankle is what is up. And you lift through that side body.
Work.
Inhale, exhale as you come up. Again, closing yourself up like a book. Hands are light on the ground. Neck is long, chin is off your chest. 10 seconds to go. Roll it over. You come into low plank. You have hip rainbows, but dropping to that right-hand side. Drop it down. Stack the shoulders over those elbows, and then drop. Drop. Again, walking your feet in as they start to slip away. And really going for the quality of the motion, not seeing how fast you can go, but can you drop that hip just to kind of hover and feel the presence of the ground, like it's dropping that low. You're already halfway there. Neck stays long, gaze out at the fingertips. Finding your breath, dropping through the hip as you need. All right.
Rest.
Only one transition move. It's that sprinter's crunch. Massive move. So lie back, come up to balance, knee and opposing elbow. Spine is long and reaching. So again, if you need to modify, drop one leg down and come up. Drop one leg down and come up. But again, balance and reach to the spine. Chin is up. Relax through the shoulders. At the end of this one, you just drop back. 5 seconds to go. Here we go. Roll it all the way back, flat on your back. This time, legs are L'd, and you just lift, squeezing the hips up off the ground, and then gently lowering them with control. Squeeze and lift, and lower. Squeeze, lift, and lower.
Everything is about control. Lower. Come on, how slowly can you lower those hips? Can you make the release even slower than the press up? We make the move just a little bit bigger.
Rest.
Again, legs are long. This time you're going to drop those legs down to the ground, pull them right back up.
Work.
Down and right back up. So again, if you have a low back, you're not looking to go any closer to the ground than where you can keep that low back imprinted on the ground. So if you're only coming to here, great. Just 2 exercises to go. Come on, legs are nice and long. Bring it in. This time as those legs go up, you're going to reach straight up for your ankles here. If you want to make this harder, you can put your hands up by your ears. And they stay by your ears. Again, trying to keep those legs really nice and long. Bring gazes up to the ceiling. Chin is off the chest. Bring it in for just a second. This time what you're going to do is to curl in as tight as you can and then open out. Curl in as tight as you can, shoulders come up off the ground, gaze into that belly button, and then open out. Gaze in and curl, open out. Gaze in, hips come off, and curl. How small of a ball can you make yourself into? Curl and open. Curl and open. Curl, open. Bring it up
Rest. Stopping
and
session.
breathe. You survived. All right, gang. I hope you had fun. If you need to, roll it over. Drop down through those hips and just lift. Hold up and breathe. Move back and forth as you need. Press back. I hope you enjoyed wallowing around on the floor. Bye, gang.